Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the So What You Think channel. We talk about all things beyond the gates over here. So happy Monday, gatekeepers, and hope you already know what time it is. We're back in the building and ready to get into it. Now, listen, I know Friday we didn't get to open up the panel like we usually do, but that's all right. We're right back today, and you already know we didn't miss a beat for long. So go ahead and get comfortable because we got some things to talk about today. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, we got some things to talk about today. First of all, let me show some love to our moderators. Thank you for holding it down like always. Let's put some hearts up there across the screen for them. Let me see how I can do that. Okay, all right, here we go. Got some hearts popping up there across the screen. Thank you guys so much for the moderators, for all that you do. I appreciate you more than you know, and for the entire gang over here that does what they do. Okay. And to everybody else in the chat, go ahead and check in and let me see which of my gatekeepers are down here today. And if you're ready, if you're catching this replay later on, then shout out to the replay gang and Missy Lane, who goes over there, and she's the leader of the replay gang, always keeping the chat going and reminding you guys to hit the like button. So we appreciate you for that too. And don't forget to hit the like button yourselves on your way in today, and subscribe if you haven't to the channel already, and drop your thoughts down in the comments, because over here your voice matters. You're not just watching the show, you're part of the show over here. So that being the case, please go ahead and let me know you're down there. Say a little something. Hey, how you doing? I'm in the house, Mississippi in the house, or wherever. Okay. All righty. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the recap. But before we do that, we first have to see who's down here typing in these doggone comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Let me get down here and see. I think this is going to be short today about who's in the comments right now. Mr. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, and Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day. As I take my seat, I will try to be discreet while I sip on some sweet BGG tea. Hey, Raven Maniac. He also uses all of our different hashtags. Thank you for that as well. Myrtle Tenster has checked in and says, hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and mods. Hey, Myrtle girl. And Elaine is in the house as well. And she says, hey, gatekeepers. Wait, what is all that noise? I heard something. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn my stuff down. I got stuff beeping loud. Lord. Elaine says, hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Jen, cousin Linda, Below, Officer Belinda, and Mr. Raven Maniac. And hi to Tony Lynn, if you're out there as well. We're wondering how you are. We're worried about you over here. Raven Maniac says, I'm on time with no time to make up a rhyme. That's all right. You did it anyway. Below Diddy says, hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Maz. Hey, I'm a little bit early because I need to get out a little bit early today as well. All right, you guys. Well, that's the only ones who have checked in so far. So with that, I ain't about to waste no time. Where's my stuff at now? Y'all is doing too much today. Okay, hold on. Hold on, Charles. All right, with that, we're going to unlock these gates and get up in here and see what had happened today. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right, we're going to get into it. I did do my short today too, so I will upload that when I'm done with this or later on. I'll put the short of the recap up today. Well, Bill, hold on. Why is this up here first? Okay. Well, Bill stopped by Danny's and Andre is out of town. So Danny told him to come correct up in this house now because this house belongs to little Andre, husband that is. He's the man of this house. And he told her he stopped by her parents' house earlier and asked her if it was as bad as it looked to him to her. And Danny said, yeah, it is. So at home, Anita is sitting trying to read and dropping things, and she has neuropathy in her hands. And she says she's tired of all of this. She's just tired. And she told Vernon that he should put her out of her misery. Girl, what is you talking about? Because what? I'm with him on that. Hey, Miss Lil, I'm with him on that, baby. What is you, Miss Anita? Girl, we got to get back focused on it. She said, put her out of her misery. Girl, if you don't stop it. Now, Joey and Nessa await a response from Deanna, but so far, nothing. He's trying to soothe her with food and drink while they wait. I mean, do he got some dessert? Because that's what I'd be wondering. Do you got some dessert? You know, sidebar, I like them little bitty bolster pillows that's on this couch. I like that. That keep people arm off your arm resting. You know, I must find some of these small bolster pillows. Although I can see this came with the couch, but I like that. Okay, anyway, getting on back to the show. Samantha is with June at Orpha Jeans, and they are looking at her gown for the ball. June got a new hairdo, y'all. See, she got a black short wig. I don't know how I felt about this wig. I usually like June in whatever hairdo they put her in, but I don't really know how I'm feeling about this black hair. It's not that it's black, but the texture of it is given very much, you know, what are them little puppies called? Is they snickerdoodles? Poodles? The poodle snickerdoodle. Y'all know this hair's given very much snicker poodle doodle. I don't really like this. I don't really like it. But anyway. All right. So she texted her brother and she said, what do you think? Do you think we ought to invite June to the cotillion? And I'm like, yeah, let her go. Because like she just told you, she ain't never been to nothing like that. So let her go. Why not? Now, in the alley of doom, Smitty is in this hoodie. He done showed up in his hoodie. So you know you don't recognize him. He got his hoodie on. So you don't recognize Smitty right now. Okay. He in the alley with the hoodie on. He thinks this is dangerous. And they maybe need to rethink this thing. Because they putting their lives and their family lives in jeopardy. And he ain't liking it. He ain't liking it at all. Okay. So Jacob tells him that he met up with Naomi the other day and because he missed her. And Smitty gets a call from an unknown number. Max Rodriguez is in the hospital. And he's the contact for him. Now, Max, you don't know nobody else. Now, I know you doing something you ain't got no business, but now all of a sudden you don't know nobody else but to have somebody call Smitty. But anyway, I thought to myself, who is this? Who is this that's the next contact for him? He in the hospital and they said, call Smitty. I don't know about this. But whatever. He was all up on that phone. What? Max, what happened? I was like, child. Now, Joey's worried about Vanessa. She's worrying, and he is about to, because she's worried that she think that he about to break up with her. She's like, listen, I know you just probably being kind and nice, and you probably just ready to leave, and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, girl, I ain't going nowhere, so you may as well come. I ain't going nowhere. I would not. There's no other place that I would rather be than with you. I'd rather be with you. Yeah. She said, I know that if you thought it was if you thought it was what was best for me, you would leave me, wouldn't you, Joey? I'm like, now that sounds like a possibility that might happen, but is that a bad thing if somebody wants to, be gone because he thinks that you could get hurt, Nessa? Because she said she just would lay down and if something would happen, she said, when we break up, I don't think I can breathe again. Breathe again. She will never breathe again. I don't know if I want love quite like that. Hey, Scarlet Speedster, I don't quite know if I want love quite that in depth, Vanessa, because I'm gonna need to be able to breathe even if it do go wrong, girl. You got to keep on living. Now, Samantha's telling June how grades are not enough for college anymore. No, Lord, you got to have good grades. You got to be on this committee. You got to be a person who give back. You got to be in clubs. It's like it's tiring. All this extracurricular. See, that's why don't nobody want to go to school and learn nothing real good, because y'all got all these requirements on these children. Let the kids just get good grades. My goodness. Y'all acting like they in here applying for jobs for the rest of their lives. And that ain't what's going on. Y'all know it's not. Let the kids go to school and learn. All this pressure on these children. But June told her to always know that you are enough and you always were enough. And I'm like, now, June, now I know we turning your character around and everything, girl, but I don't know how I feel about what you just said, telling this child she was always enough when you know you went off on a tangent at one point and wasn't there. But did you know that's just me? That's just me. Don't pay me no mind. That's just how I'm feeling. That's just how my spirit was resting. Now, Bill sat on down and he's talking to Danny. He hates to see Anita so helpless. He can't take it. Hey, Brittany. He hates to see Anita's so helpless. And he told Danny that it made him think of how his mother was, and also how Danny fights through everything. And then, all of a sudden he was crying. Now, Bill, was you crying because you was sad, or was you crying because you wanted to put your hands on Danny? Because you always putting your hands on somebody, especially Danny. Do you know it's over? Now, I know people be liking to say that it be Danny over here be starting stuff with Bill, but I'm sorry, Bill, you just showed up at the door. You over here want some more sugar and stuff. Okay, he asked for no sugar, but I'm just saying, he ain't but a step away from some sugar. And Andre gone. I mean, Bill is big and fine. Let's not pretend like he's not when he is, okay? So, Danny, you need to be shaming yourself for being all hugged up with all this goodness, girl. You need to let this man go. Anyway, let me just move on, get out these people business. Because anyway, Bill was crying and they decided to cry together. Now, Anita can't keep food down. Everything, even water, feels like she's drinking glass. She can't take it. She says she just wants some peace. She can't take it no more. I don't want another pill. I don't want another potion. I don't want no more of this poison they putting down my system. Is burning up my insides. She's like, all I really want, Vernon, is for my children and my grandchildren to be happy and outliving their lives. I do not want people out here circling around me day and night trying to see how I'm doing. That does not make me happy. It don't satisfy me now. She said, I can't win this battle. And she is, and Vernon said, how dare you say that? How dare you even fix your face? Now, that's an old time saying. How dare you even fix your face and say that to me? Ooh, Vernon was heated. Nita was looking like, did he just? And he was like, I did. So he said, how dare you fix your face and say that to me, baby? Vernon said he will have none of it. You hear me? None of it. And Bill, I hope you see that this is why you want a real wife, a real mate, not a dime piece to show off to your boys. You need a real support system, a true better half, sir. Anyway, I digress. Over there running off with Haley when you had yourself a perfectly good wife down to your house for 30-some years. Then you're going to run off with that girl that was 35. Well, maybe, I don't know how old she is, but I'm just saying. You had no business doing that. And that's why you ain't got a wife worth 2 cents an hour that's trying to feed you soup and tea that's got all kind of poisons in it and whatnot. You gonna find out. You gonna find out. But anyway, Bill big old self is over there to Danny's getting the support that he can't get at home from Valerie. You understand? That's why he over there. And they talking about Anita and how they wish that they both could lighten her burden. And Danny is doing all she can. And even Bill wishes that he could take this away from Anita what he sees her going through. Because as I said, Bill really loves these Duprees. He really sees them as the parents that he does not have. Okay. And that's why I don't like them using him the way that they will. Can you help us? Will you do something for us? Get away from us now. Then we've gotten what we need from you. You are low down. You did our daughter dirty. I'm just saying. He did do Danny dirty. We ain't gonna lie about that. But can somebody tell Danny? Because every time I look up, this is the situation Danny is when her arms all up around Bill, big old self. Girl, I don't blame you. But I'm just saying, if Danny ain't mad, why is y'all? But anyway, Bill laughs about shutting down that house that Leslie is building. And they also celebrate that their girls didn't inherit that gene. But oh boy, y'all don't know. One of your girls did. She just lying about it. Now, Smitty convinces Max to stay in this foolishness because Max was like, listen, they done beat the brakes off me down here and I'm ready to go. And he was like, no, you can't get out yet. You can't. And he said, I feel guilty. But they don't know what has happened. Smitty will go to the hospital so he can go find out what's going on. He was like, wait, let me go down there and go see what's happening. Hey, Frank, like, he said, let me go down here and go check it out. I'm going to get the whole story because I don't really know what happened. I don't know if they pop out him. I don't know if they hit him with the knife. I don't know if they just smacked him around and punched him in the eyeball. I don't really know. So let me go down there. Let me see what's going on. And then he told him, he said, well, yeah, you go ahead on and go find out and hurry up. So then Smitty walked out of there with his arms crossed up because this way with this hoodie on with his arms crossed up, he don't look conspicuous at all. He looks very inconspicuous. You don't even really see Smitty like this. This is a good disguise. He think now he's unrecognizable. He done transformed and crossed up them arms, baby. Now he said, y'all don't recognize me. We know it's you. We not fools, Smitty. But go ahead on, child. Hurry up, get to the hospital. Let us know what's going on. Now, Bill and Danny talking on, and he was driving around thinking back to when he met Danny, and she was just so captivating and so confident. And I remember when I first saw you, you took my breath away, and I couldn't hardly breathe. They had to go get me some oxygen, all this stuff, because you were just so breathtaking. And I was thinking about how I had to find the nerve to walk up to you and say something, and I couldn't believe that you talked back to me. I would talk to you, Bill, your big old cute self. I mean, really, don't try to act like you ain't fine when you know you fine. But anyway, sidebar, I do like the way they paying all the detail that they're putting into things because look out the window. Look out the window in the picture now. Out the window in the picture, everything is detailed. You can almost see like out in the yard and everything. Okay, y'all get big points for that. You can see some concrete out there, everything. Okay. Hey, Bobby, why bad? Okay, so anyway, I just want to say that I love the attention that they give to things. Even at one point, they had to, let me see if I see it here. Let me show you this. Because Bill is so tall, I can see that they're starting to do stuff up in the ceiling so that when the top of his head shows, you don't see just because on sets ain't nothing up at the top of the thing. Don't nothing be up there. So even like in this shot, you can see that they had to build in some like ceiling so that because Bill tall. Otherwise, we don't never see the ceilings in these scenes. But Bill is so tall, I guess somebody realized we cutting off the top of his head because of what's happening up top. So I just want to say that they're giving that kind of detail to things, which is really cool. Okay, but anyway. They was talking about how he was driving, when he first met her, and he was so captivated by her and her looks and all that kind of stuff, and who she was, and I couldn't believe you talked to me. And he says, until I saw Anita the way she did, I didn't understand what this illness might take away from you one day, Danny, and it was too much for me to bear to think about you being like that, baby. If Haley Valerie knew, do we know Haley real last name? Because I don't know what we do. I just know her name was Val, but what's her real last name? But anyway. If Haley Valerie knew you was over here talking to this woman like this, she would fall out. Her and that whole tacky house over there, she would just fall out up in that big tacky house all by herself. Now, Vernon will have none of this defeatist attitude that he sees coming from Anita today. He was like, I don't know what this is, but we're not having it. But Anita tells him it's happening to her, not to you. And she don't want to live and watch people put their lives on hold for her. I can't take it. I'm not surrendering. Vernon said, tell me what you need and I'll get it for you. Anita told Vernon, if the disease takes her, it can't take him too. And Vernon tells her the world may go on. He said the world may go on and take Anita Dupree one day, but she will live on. She will live forever on with him. In other words, I will never let the memory of you die, even if something happens to you. But ain't nothing about to happen to you, Anita. He's not having it. I'm gonna tell you, Anita playing these scenes. She is. She's playing them up close, far away. It don't matter how we see her. She's really playing these scenes very well. Now, Vanessa has Deanna on the brain, and she wants her to know that she can have it all. Wait. Okay, she has Deanna on the brain. She wants her to know. Oh, she wants her daughter to know that she can indeed have it all. She wants her to know the whole story of her and Doug. Girl, now you know you ain't about to tell no truth about you and Doug. You ain't about to tell this girl how you were ripping and running all up and down throughout that escort service, all while her daddy was here. Now, girl, now stop lying. You want to tell her your fairy tale story that ain't true. Once upon a time. Yeah, when it starts with once upon a time, you know that's a lie. But anyway, I want to tell her the story of me and Doug and how things started out, but how over time I lost myself. And then I had kids and I put myself on the back burner. And then after I put myself on the back burner, the next thing I know, my kids were grown up and they were gone. And then I looked up and I see you, Joey. And I know there was a God. I know there was a God. She said, Joey, I want her to know how when I looked up one day and I see you, I know my life began. Child, get on. Just stop already. But anyway, you know, you make me feel like a woman and everything again, and I know you understand me. And I'm just afraid this is a dream, and I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. Girl, we don't want you to wake up neither. If this the way you feel, if this, you know, if you looked up one day and you seen him and you know it was a guy, girl, we want you to have you some Joey, okay? Whatever. Now, Naomi meets Samantha at Orpheus Jeans to talk about the ball and some boys. And I'm like, okay. Now, in the alley, that light-eyed guy walks up on Rashad, because you know that's Jacob's name when he in the alley is Rashad. So he walks up on Rashad and he want to know why he seems so scared. What's wrong with you? You seem jumpy, man. What's going on? So he says, no, I'm all right. But I'm thinking, well, you all up in his personal space, sir. You close up in his face was close enough for him to smell your breath. So that would make me uneasy to back up off me. Okay. But he's like, what's wrong? Why you acting all jumpy? Well, first of all, we in the alley. We in the alley of doom, sir. So, and you walking up on me with this skull cap on. I don't know. Now, at Bill's office, he done made it back around there, and Caroline is going over his schedule, and he is so distracted. And because she said, you got a 2:00 with Batman and a 3:00 with Wonder Woman. And he was like, oh, okay. Then she was like, see that? I'm over here talking about Batman, Wonder Woman. You ain't even saying, what's going on? And he was like, oh, well, I'm worried about Anita. You know, seeing her like this has shook me, and I never saw her so weak. And he's like, I can't do anything to help her. And he's just feeling so emotional. Ooh, child, Haley ain't gonna like none of this, because you know Haley don't want you worried about them Duprees. Now, as Vernon suggests that, you know, sidebar. I'm gonna say this later. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna save that. But anyway, Vernon suggests to Anita that they do something. He's like, I think I know what you need to do. Let's do that. So she just wants to sit there and rest. And Vernon goes and he gets and makes he goes out to go get something. Gets a call from Danny, and she's like, how you doing? How's things going? And he said, it's a rough day today. She said, you want me to come over? He was like, nah, it's okay. I think I got it. She was like, okay, Dad, but don't forget, I'm trying to look out for you too. And he was like, well, I appreciate that, babe, but I got it. She's like, okay. Now, Smitty gets to the hospital. First of all, Smitty walked in the door. Then Smitty peeked back out the door. Smitty was like, hey, man, how you doing? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at this door. Let me see what's going on. You all right? What was that noise I just heard out there? Let me look back there. Look at that. Let me look at that. I mean, just coming in here, just acting all suspicious. But anyway, the man in the hospital sitting up in here with his whole eye knocked up, mouth messed up, knots all over his head. And he was like, oh, you look bad. I'm like, child, now he know that. He know that, but at least I wanted to point out that Smitty did know to take off that hoodie before he got up in the hospital, because Lord knows he would look like a thug and we wouldn't recognize him. Anyway, back in the alley, Jacob tells Light Eyes that he heard Max got beat up. And Jacob said, "Why you ain't call me? I could have motivated him like that other fool." Now, did y'all hear how he changed up his dialect? He code switched right quick. But the thing is, Jacob, you don't hold on to being Rashad. You went right back to that Jacob speak, because he was like, "Why you ain't call me? Because I could have motivated that fool like I did that other fool." He was like, "But anyway, what I'm trying to say," he went right back into talking proper. And I'm like, you got to decide, you got to commit to the role, Rashad. If you're going to give Rashad a certain way of speaking, then you need to remember that Rashad talk like that. You told me for a minute, talking that way, for just a couple seconds. I mean, come on now. He was like, "Yeah, why y'all ain't call me?" So seems that he said Max wanted out, and Light Eyes said, "Ain't nobody getting out except that you check out permanently." And Jacob Rashad asked if he is still alive. And Light Eyes said, "Nah, not yet. He ain't going nowhere." I ain't never thought blood plasma could be this dangerous. Never. First of all, this ain't Crack-A-Dack. Y'all ain't selling no Crack-A-Dack. But y'all ain't acting like y'all selling that Crack-A-Dack or something. This plasma. I'm telling y'all, this one of them centers not too far from me. I passed it again the other day. And I'm thinking, I don't see nobody going in. And let me tell you something else. Ain't no windows for you to see in there. It just say blood plasma. They buying it up in there. I ain't seen it many times as I done passed it. I ain't never seen nobody going in. I ain't never seen nobody coming out. Now I wonder what I feel like getting out my car to go in it. Now, you know what? See, curiosity will kill the cat. So I better not do that. I might go in there and they be taking pictures of me. Click, 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 click. Next thing I know, y'all don't hear from me doing the recaps no more because I went in the blood plasma. That's all right. I'm lying. I ain't going in there. It's all right. It's dangerous. I'm not going in there. Now, Naomi tells Samantha she saw her how good the clinic is doing. She's like, "I passed by there and I see there was a line and it's doing so well." You ain't go in there, Naomi? Naomi said she just drove past. Naomi said, "I ain't got time to be getting out going there." She liked me about that blood plasma bank. "I ain't going in there. I just said I went by, I saw it. I seen the people in line. That's good enough. I ain't got to go in there. I ain't got to do that." She's like, "But it looks like it's doing real good. Your whole idea came out real good." And June says she even want to volunteer and do some help up in there. June, I think you're going to be doing something with the blood plasma, girl, but it ain't going to be what you thinking. Now, Nessa started to text Deanna, "Just checking in, hoping we can spend some time." So, when I came up, I wish my parents would have begged me to do anything. When they said come here, they meant come here. If they call, you better pick up the phone. I don't understand all this begging and pleading with your cheering. I don't even recognize what this is about. But this new age, I guess is what these kids get to do now because we could never. But anyway, after she gets through in there trying to text her daughter, and she decided not to send a text message. Joey came in and he was talking to her and he gave her a gift in a box that had a blue box in it. And in the blue box was diamonds. And she was like, "Oh, Joey, this is just too much." And he was like, "No, it's not. I'll do anything for you. I think you should have already know that, girl." You know what I like about Joey is that he already had diamonds on the standby. "Joey, did these belong to your wife? Are you recycling diamonds?" I mean, who cares? A diamond is a diamond is a diamond. Who know when a diamond is used as long as it's clean and shiny? Don't nobody know. But anyway, he told her, he was like, "I would do this and even more for you. Okay? Anything you want." He said, "My wife cheated on me and it shut my heart down. But then you showed up like a tornado and just blew it right back, wide back open. And I'm not going no place. But you know what, Vanessa? We don't know what happened to his wife, girl. So you better tread light, I'm telling you." Now let's get back to Bill and Caroline. Bill and Caroline is talking about Bill being off a little bit in court. He's distracted, right? And she said, Bill, you are big and bold and bombastic, but you need to cut yourself some slack. No one, I ain't heard bombastic since, I'm Mr. Bombastic, selling on drastic, romantic. He bombastic. Caroline, is you digging on Bill? Is it me or my suspicions? Is she digging on Bill? Because it seems like to me she digging on Bill. She digging on Bill. Girl, is you digging on Bill? I don't blame you if you is. I mean, look at him. But Bill was looking at her like, Now, I'm going to tell you something right here in this scene. Bill look like he just smelled good to me. He did. He looked like he probably just got on some good old cologne, some of that good cologne on the day he do. But anyway, Carolyn, is you over here digging on Bill? Because I'm going to tell you something, sis. I don't know today. Sometimes I suspect you, but today with all this, you're big and bold and bombastic. Who calls a man bombastic? What that mean, below? Did he put the definition down there in the chat for us? What does bombastic mean exactly? I want to know exactly what she was saying. Why did they choose this word, bombastic? Girl, let Haley mess around and find out you go over there trying to give Bill a sweet eye. It's the reason why she been hanging around all this time. Maybe that's why. Okay, anyway. Anita can't bear to be touched right now because he was trying to put some lotion on her hand. She was like, please don't touch me. I guess all her sensories and everything is just all. She's like, please don't, just don't. So Vernon's like, let me take you to the doctor. She said, I don't want to go to no doctor. And he was like, girl, you need to let me go take care of you. She was like, I don't want to go to no doctor. I don't want no comfort. I don't want no cure. I don't want nothing right now to be left alone. He was like, okay. He says, but I can't stand the thought of losing you. And I'm not going to lose you and then look back and think that I didn't do enough to save you, Anita. That's hold on. Okay, so bombastic means that's a bold and demonstrative person. Bilo Didi says it just means you're braggadocious. Then why she didn't say that? Why you in here using all these big words up in here? That's the kind of stuff people do when they're trying to come for you anyway. You're so beautiful, illuminated, and scissorated, and look at better rated, and glyphosated, Child. Elaine says bombastic, high sounding, but with little meaning, inflated. Yeah. Office romance is a dangerous thing, y'all say. Yeah, Carolyn, I think you might like you a little bit of Bill. But anyway, let's talk about the serious stuff now. We finished with that part anyway. Because Vernon told her, he said, I ain't about to be sitting over here and don't do enough for you, and then I end up losing you. And Anita was looking at him like, oh, baby. I was like, child, that's what I'm saying, right? Now, let me see. I think I went down. Yeah, I went up too far. Hold on. Let me find where I was. Right here. Okay. He says, I'm not going to do enough. Not going to not do enough, and then you ain't all right. Now, Smitty get on that phone, and he called Jacob. Well, Rashad, while he in the alley. And Rashad was like, hello? And he was like, hey, man, let me tell you something. Max done got stabbed in the stomach. And Jacob said, I already know, because what's his name told me. So Smitty was like, we got to get up from out of this stuff, because I'm scared. And I don't want in this no more. And he was like, and I need for you guys. Jacob was like, child, let me tell you something. We can't get up out of nothing. We done got too close to finding out what we trying to find out. So ain't no getting out. Okay? So the answer is no. And Smitty was like, well, then you just be careful. Because these folks will take somebody up out of here, and I ain't trying to go nowhere. And Jacob was like, all right, man, I got to go. So Light Eyes turns up at the diner, right? I'm like, now what he doing up in here? And he called June. Look at June. Look at June. Look at June. Look at June, face lit up. I'm just telling y'all, I don't like this wig on. I do not like this wig on her. I don't like this wig on her Every other, I even like her with the scarf. What's with the, I don't like this. I don't like this. Did nobody ask me, but I don't like it. I don't. Maybe I had to look at it again, but I was not loving it. I was not. Anyway, he just walked in there and sat down in the chair, right? And y'all already know when these men got these light color eyes and stuff, is already about to be a problem. So I'm trying to see what's going on, girl. Is you and him about to hook up? Is he about to be your date to the cotillion? Because he got a skull cap on. You can already see he a little bit thuggish. What he look like with that hat off? Maybe when he take that hat off, he going to be irresistible. Irresistible. That's what we know. I know it's not irresistible. I'm just saying. We got to see. We got to see because something going on. Now, Vernon sits there and he does what he do. He start reciting a poem to Anita. And it was a beautiful poem. It really was. I ain't going to say it was when it was. And she was listening to him. But that poem was really letting her know that we are not giving up. And Anita, we want you to know that you are our queen beyond the gates. And we ain't trying to hear from another nobody coming up in there being Mrs. Dupree. Oh, no, we not. Because girl, Vernon is fine, and these heifers will circle like buzzards in the wilderness, circling for a fresh piece of meat, girl. And we will not hear of it. We will not hear of it. So we're going to need you to pull it together, Anita Dupree. We're going to need you to pull it together, sis. You got to hold on just a little bit harder. Hold on. All right, let me check out some of these comments, and then I'm going to get ready to get out of here. All right, you guys, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Okay, Brittany Haynes, I think this is your first time commenting down in the comment section because I don't remember your name before. And if that is so, we want to give you your official welcome. You are now an official gatekeeper.
Hey, hey.
Gatekeepers, a decree from the Queen.
Enough. Be seated.
You are welcome, Brittany in. Hey, Company Confidential. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you're here today. And said, hit that Boosie Collins. I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Girl, I'd rather be with you. Laughing out loud at Bill Big Old Self. You forgot to put fine in that Bill Big Old Fine Self, that is, Elaine. Put some respect on it. Okay. What happened to the plastic on the wall in the alley? It was there today. It was there. Let me show you something because I was just thinking about this. Okay. So you don't see it in this scene. You don't see it in this scene, but it's there in this scene. Now, like I said, I don't know what that plastic back there for. I mean, child, come on. Y'all ain't been in many alleys. I see these writers or whoever. Like, we got to do something to make it look tough and rough back here. Let's put some plastic up. Some of that industrial plastic. Hold on. That industrial plastic will get it every time. It looks rough back there when they do that. He looked like a cold social worker leaving the alley. You talking about Smitty? He did. Oh Lord, I'm so glad to be done with this. Let me get back out here to the suburbs. I can't take it. I can't take it back to the suburbs for me. That's facts. Bobby Wobby says hello to everybody. Raven says, I thought about the plastic sheets too, but when they showed the alley from a different angle, it was there. They still love each other regardless that they're married, that they're not married anymore. It was Lawson before she married Bill. Oh. So her name was Haley Lawson. Thank you. But I want to know what her real name is with that Valerie. Her name is Val something. I don't think it was Lawson. But you're right. Lawson was her last name before she married Bill. That fake name he got. You know, you would think somebody who with Bill and with his money and what he does, that he would have vetted her and ran her background anyway, because Lord knows I would have. Let me mess around and get $72.42 in the bank. I got to run everybody background. I can't stand Vanessa and Joy's storyline. Really, what bothers you about it, Frank? Vanessa keeps trying to push Joy on her kids. She's not concerned about this depressed girl who ran from her. I just cannot with her. Girl, it sounds like her and Nicole. Is it Nicole? Yeah, Nicole in the same boat with you. Vanessa is going to crumble one day when she finds out that he unalived Doug. Maybe she will, and maybe she won't. It depends on what kind of fool she is for real. Foolish person she is for real. Joy is the same man who set her Doug up to get taken out. So the plastic is in the shot. So okay, to differentiate from the other corner wall. Your Lord forbid we should think it's the other corner wall. Caroline did not really know how to deal with Bill either. She joked and tried, but it wasn't a great effort for Caroline didn't really know how to deal with Bill either. She joked and tried, but it wasn't a great effort for her either. Jacob is in trouble for real. You're right. If Janessa Vanasty finds out that the truth, she will wind up in a straitjacket, or even a heart-attached card session will not allow her to enjoy escaping from. Why Jacob tells Smitty it was all right to call him Jacob when he's supposed to be Rashad undercover. Oh, did that happen today? I missed that. That was stupid. Child, matter of fact, you need to be calling him Rashad whenever you call him. Look, you need to be like a cheating man calling everybody baby. Baby, so you don't mess up nobody's name. So he just need to be calling you Rashad even when he's talking to you. He need to be like, hey Rashad, what's up, Rashad? What's going on, Rashad? So it becomes second nature to call you that. But no, y'all don't really know how to thug. Janessa and Joy and Vanessa together. Thank you, Janessa, Joy, and Vanessa. I got you. All right. June did good on Beauty and Black this season. Wait a minute. I thought they just put out one episode. Did they put out more than one episode? Because I was. Tell me what episode she comes in. Because that's all I want to see is when she came on there. What episode did she come on in, Frank G? Let me know what episode if you can remember. Okay. The lies he is telling. Caroline so wants Bill. So wants Bill or don't want Bill. That could have been a typo. Is that the original Caroline? That's what I was wondering at first. Because her hair is way longer, silky and behaving. It's bouncing and behaving. Caroline wants Bill. I think she do too. Okay, gave me the meaning of bombastic. Lord, office romances is a dangerous thing. Caroline had me thinking about ordering some Asian cuisine tonight. No. That's a bad and bold and demonstrative person. It just means you're braggadocious. I think this is the original Caroline. I think it's the original Caroline because I used to think the same thing. I thought the other at first in the wedding she looked younger, but maybe that's because her hair was pinned up. I don't know, but it is the same one because I went back and looked a while back. But bold bark with a baby bite, a big bold bark with a baby bite, kind of like the Duprees. I guess Anita's storyline are going to save the show. Save the show? What's going on with the show? And the show don't need saving, do it? She was thinking and expressing bombastic because she was contemplating the disc page. She might be. I think one day she's just going to jump at him and be like, I've always thought this and that, and you and I could be so well together. Bad wig. Why? No, I just don't like the wig on her. I mean, if you're asking me, but I don't like that particular wig on her. And I've seen this girl in all sorts of looks because Jasmine Burke, beautiful lady, always looking good. I just didn't understand this wig on her. That Florence Johnson Jefferson, you know. Welcome to the Gatekeepers, Brittany. Scarlet Speaker says they're giving you your welcome. Welcome, Brittany. Okay, welcome, Brittany. Okay, Joey has been lying to Vanessa from the door and has. Because at first he had bad intentions toward her, and then he had good intentions toward her, but just had to take her husband out in order to have them. I don't know, you know. Jen and Mods. Okay, Peggy says, hey, Peggy. The second season, June was on Beauty and the Black. Greetings, Gatekeepers. Okay. But do you know what episode she starts in? Because I went to go look and she wasn't in the first one. Beauty and Black got too much going on in it for me to go through the whole thing. It's just got too much going on in the first season. Just woke me out. But I do want to see her when it looks like she appeared when she was driving in that car. And then when she was like, I don't do begging. I don't do begging. I don't do begging. That one line, she delivered that line in the clip. I don't do begging. I was like, girl, my goodness. Okay, you all. Well, for me, let me see something if I can do something right quick. Give me a second here. Where is my own name in this list? No, wait now. Doing too much. Give me a second. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can find this thing right quick. Where you at? Where you at, child? Scrolling. Nope, it's not in there. Not in there. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find something in my phone to put on screen. I know it's not in there. Not in there. Here it is. I got it. Okay, now. Okay, let's go like that. Then it's going to say share. Then I'm going to say to Messenger. Okay, this is the quickest way for me to get it up here. Let's see how long it'll take for me to do it from here. Okay, let me take down a couple pictures because I don't need them no more. I got to erase them all today anyway for the ones tomorrow. Boy, how'd y'all day go? Y'all day went pretty good. Everybody all right? Sisters, you good? Brothers, you all right? In the words Erica Badu. Brothers, you good? Sisters, you all right? All right, hold on one second. Let me go over here and grab this now. Hopefully it won't take long for it to download and or upload. I don't think it's made it to my... Did I press send yet? Yeah, I did. I'm just waiting for it to come now. Okay, sending. It's sending it. So now I got to wait for it to pop up in my messages. Oh, wait, I think I see it. Is this it? It's on its way. It's on its way. Okay, there it is. Let's go like that. Let's download it. Let's see if I can get it uploaded to here pretty quickly. Depends on how fast it goes. Add file. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for it to upload. Did you all miss Friday night's hangout? What did y'all do instead? Baby, I went and got active in a whole bunch of other stuff. I was like, ooh, I get out early tonight. I ain't know how to act. I get out early tonight. I get out early. I'm so used to VAR going, no, we need to talk about one more thing now before we go. Wait a minute now, but what about this? But what about that? I was like, I get out early tonight. I get out early tonight. I'm still waiting for this thing to upload. In the meanwhile, let me catch these comments. She hit the lady hammer. Bill was sharp today, y'all. He was. I am good. That's good. I am good. I was sick, unfortunately, on Friday. Oh, I hope you feel better. I went to sleep, Linda says. Linda, I know you went to sleep because that's all you be doing is telling us we got 5 minutes. 10 minutes, Dougie Fresh. 5 minutes, Dougie Fresh. 1 minute, Dougie Fresh. Linda became waiting for y'all to be finished so she can go on by her business. All right, so what I uploaded was the short from today. So we done sat through the whole recap. Let us get the more hilarious version of today's episode in the shortened version of what happened today on Beyond the Gates.
Girl, I've been waiting for you to call. What happened today on Beyond the Gates?
Shh. First of all, don't be coming over here like all I do is gossip. I just be discussing these doggone Duprees. Now let's get into it. Now, Bill bought his big old fine self over there to Danny's house crying about her mama because he went over there to go see her. Next thing you know, he wrapped up in her arms like he do. And I'm thinking the whole time, do it take all this to talk about how we feel? And then he went all off into how he was thinking about how Danny was strong and he would hate to see her get sick one day. I was like, child, wait till Haley find out. You just wait till Haley Valerie find out. Because, Bill, it don't take all this hugged upness to be talking about how you feel, sir. Now, when Bill get back to the office, Caroline had a couple of questions, and she was trying to go over his schedule, and he was very distracted. Which, of course, led her to ask him what was going on, and then the next thing you know, she giving him all kind of speeches, bigging him up about how big and strong and intelligent he is, and Bill was looking at her like, come what now? And I'm like, child, I know what you're saying, because, Carolyn, what's going on here? Because in my humble opinion, it seemed like Caroline want to be wrapped up in the rapture of love with Bill. But maybe that's just me and my suspicion. And we got to be serious now. Because Anita was having a day, and I mean a real one today. This cancer is tearing her up, and she is not here for it, and Vernon ain't here for the attitude that she brought up in the house today. Let me explain. Now, Anita feeling sick, and I mean sick. Everything is making her hurt. She can't even stand to drink water. She told Vernon she thinks she about ready to give up. And Vernon was like, and you not. I know you ain't came up in here talking and messed to me today. And Anita said, I did. Because I'm the one going through it, not you, Vernon. But Vernon was able to finally get her calmed down. He was like, listen, whatever we got to do, we gonna do. Because this we will not hear of. We will get through this together. And then he started reading her a poem that got her a little bit calmed down. I was glad because Anita, girl, what you talking about? Listen, I ain't trying to start nothing, but you know Vernon is fine, girl. You mess around here and check up out of here, baby. They will be circling like buzzers around that thing, trying to get up in your house. So, girl, we got to get it together. Because there will be no other woman called a Dupree up in here. Not as Vernon's wife, not as long as we got something to say about it. Because you're our queen to be. And that's on forever. Now, let us move to this alley of doom that every time Smitty show up in one of these hoodies, he think he looking tough and rough in his afro puffs. Child. Anyway, in the middle of this roughneck alley, he gets a phone call. He gets off the phone and he like, oh my God, our contact done got beat up and he in the hospital. And of course he was like, what us gonna do? And Jacob was like, I'm gonna tell you what us gonna do. You gonna get down into the hospital and go see what's going on. And then Smitty was like, I don't like none of this. I think we need to get out. And Jacob was like, if you don't get down into that hospital and let me know what's going on, you and this poor disguise be gone. So Smitty get down into the hospital, and this man was like, they done beat the brakes up off of me. And so then Smitty got out there on that phone and called Jacob, and he was like, man, I think we need to get out. They done beat the brakes up off this man. They done beat the brakes. They done beat the motor. They done beat everything up off of him. I'm scared. I'm ready to get out. And Jacob was like, can't nobody get out till we find out what's going on. So you need to calm down. Because once you been jumped in, you in. See, Smitty ain't know that man with them light color eyes had done been down there to that alley and told Jacob there wasn't no getting out. And the only way to get out was to leave forever. That man said it's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing to get up out of this here. And Jacob said, what? Then I might as well stay, might as well stay. Now, in other news, Joey had to calm down Vanessa today because she upset about Deanna. He made her dinner, and then he gave her a piece of jewelry, a nice piece of jewelry. That got her calmed down. And then Joey admitted to loving her again. And, girl, you better be careful because you know when these gangsters love, girl, they love hard. And the same thing, when you jump in this game, you can't jump out. It is love for life, however way that life should end. Now, down the orphanages ain't but three things of importance happen today. Number one, it looks like Samantha gonna invite her mama to the cotillion. Number two, June had on a new wig. And number three, Mr. Light Eyes in the alley, Thug, he done showed up down to the orphanages. What this mean? June, is you and this man about to link up? Cause we know they ain't got you grinning and skimming in this brand new wig for nothing, girl. We gonna wait and see what's going on, though. We nosy, but we patient. Now be sure to scan the code and go follow my page on YouTube so you can get my full daily live recaps and gossip. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so here's the question. If I started doing the recaps this way, like doing the pre-recorded and play those, like do it in like 5 minutes, right? And upload that and play that, and then we just read the comments and talk after that. Would y'all prefer that? Let me know what you think about it. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. Do y'all want y'all recaps the way it is, and then we just have the short recap uploaded as well? What do you think? What are we thinking? Oh Lord, excuse me. She gonna punch Bill. Scaly gonna punch Bill in his belly when she finds out he was hugging Danny once again. What's she gonna do about it? This is why little kids need to stay out grown people business. That's what I feel. She should have stayed at this woman's house. I'm just saying. She should have stayed out Danny's marriage. So this what she get. This what she get. This what she got. This what she get. Okay. That's just the way I feel about it. Didi said full recap. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can make time to do both of them. Do the well, some days we might have full recap, some days we might not. It depends, because it might buy me a little bit of time. So, because it's about to be summertime, I got to get out, get up, get out. Miss Jen, the gatekeeper, sorry I'm late. Just got home. I had to take my son back to the ER, and they admitted him for more testing to see why he's heavy breathing issues. Always sorry to hear that, Belinda, but glad to know that he's in the hospital getting attention, and hopefully think they get to the bottom of it and find out what's going on. I think it's all kinds of stuff in the air at this time. We can do that too, as long as we have the Family Feud and fish fry. Okay. Scaly is not going to do nothing at all. That'll work, Miss Jen. Okay, so it'll be a surprise for y'all. Y'all won't know which day you're going to get the short recap and which day you're going to get the full recap. So, whatever's easy. Okay. They say take whatever you got. Elaine says prayers for you guys, Belinda. I like the daily recap and chit chat. Nobody else doing it that way. I got you. Whatever's easier. Prayers up for Belinda. Yeah, Belinda, we pray everything turns out well with your son, and that he'll be okay. But more importantly, to get to the bottom of what the issue is. I'm down for whatever works best for Miss Jen. Thank you so much for that, Scholar Speedster. I appreciate that a million. Bilo Didi says she's praying for your son, Belinda. All right, you guys. That's going to be it for me today. Let me look at what I wrote down for the outro. Hold on. Let me get that. Pull it up for y'all. All right, gatekeepers. That's what I got for today. But you already know I want to hear. Wait, hold on. I'm reading the wrong thing. Okay. All right, gatekeepers. That's all I got for you today. But you already know I want to hear from you. So did today's episode give what it was supposed to give? Or are you side-eyeing a few people right now? Go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Be that now or later on. Those of you in the replay gang, let me know what you think. And because we want to keep this conversation going. So if you enjoyed today's recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this out to someone else who loves Beyond the Gate just as much as we do. And listen, we're building something special over here. Whether you're in the live chat or catching the replay, you are part of the community, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, you already know how I like to leave you. I do hope you're having a great day. And if not, why not see what you can do? There's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? Prayers for you, Belinda, and for your son. We hope that everything turns out to be just fine. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.